Delhi court today convicted former Congress MP Sajjan Kumar in a case pertaining to the 1984 anti-Sikh riots. This is now the second case out of 4 where the former Congress MP has been convicted for his alleged role in the riots. We are learning that the quantum of punishment for Sajjan Kumar will be pronounced on the 18th of February. Now, this particular case is over the killing of a father-son duo. Their names were Jaswant Singh and Tarundeep Singh. The duo were killed in Saraswati, Bihar on the 1st of November 1984. A case was registered in the Punjabi Bagh police station of the national capital but has since been taken over by a special investigation team. In December 2021, charges were framed against the former Congress MP Sajjan Kumar. So this is in fact the timeline of what transpired, the details of the case. These are the names of the victims, Jaswant Singh and Tarundeep Singh. A case was registered in the Punjabi Bagh police station. Case was taken over by the special investigation team. In December 2021, charges were framed against the former Congress MP Sajjan Kumar. The timeline of what transpired. Just earlier today, he was convicted by a Delhi court in the case.
Sajjan Kumar is the main person who was leading the mob in West Delhi. In many cases, many FIRs untraced, closed. Even the Supreme Court, day before yesterday, Supreme Court, asked the Delhi police why it was not properly filed, why appeals was not filed. Because the Congress government at that time, they used the agencies, they threatened the witnesses. Because of that, the case was untraced. Convicted in second, after that now is the second case. Third case is again under trial. So I think he should be punished. At least फांसी की सजा होनी चाहिए उसको. At least हम demand करते हैं.
The victims today are now hailing the justice that has been delivered nearly 41 years after the deadly riots. Some victims are demanding death penalty for Sajjan Kumar. Others allege that Delhi police deliberately filed an untraced report because of the pressure of the Congress party.
मेरे परिवार के 1984 को 1, 2, 3 नवंबर को 7 आदमियों को मेरे आंखों के सामने जिंदा जलाया गया था. ये पिछले 40 साल से हम केसों की पैरवी कर रहे हैं. हमने ये लड़ाई, आप समझोगे कि 1984 के बाद शुरू हो गई थी. लड़ाई लड़ते 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 कोर्टों के चक्कर लगाते लगाते हमारे जूते घिस गए. आज हमें सज्जन कुमार को दोषी करार किया है कोर्ट ने और फरवरी में जल्दी ही 18 फरवरी को उनको सजा होगी. हमारी ये मांग है, दंगा पीड़ित परिवारों की पूरी मांग है और 84 से मांग करते आए हैं कि सज्जन कुमार को फांसी की सजा होनी चाहिए.
जज साहब का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहते हैं. साथ में हम मोदी जी का और अमित शाह जी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहते हैं. और हमारे को अमित शाह जी ने और एलडी साहब ने भी हमारे को विश्वास दिलाया था कि आपको सीनियर से सीनियर एडवोकेट सरकार की तरफ से भी खड़ा होगा और हम दिल्ली गुरुद्वारा कमेटी की तरफ से भी सीनियर एडवोकेट खड़ा था जो अच्छे ढंग से फाइट कर रहे हैं. और आज आप सभी के सामने हैं, उसमें लड़ाई जो लड़ी गई है उसमें सज्जन कुमार को दोषी करार दिया गया. और हम चाहते हैं और हमारी इच्छा भी है, सभी पीड़ित परिवार तभी खुश होंगे जब उम्र कैद की बजाय इनको फांसी की सजा होगी सज्जन कुमार को.
Now, this has naturally sparked a political slugfest as the BJP is questioning the silence of Congress and is also backing the demand for capital punishment for Sajjan Kumar.
सज्जन कुमार को एक और केस में कोर्ट ने दोषी करार दिया, जिस केस में फिर से सज्जन कुमार दोषी करार हुआ है. और मेरा मानना है कि कोर्ट जब सजा सुनाएगी तो जरूर उन्हें सजाए मौत या उम्र कैद की सजा दी जाएगी.
We have Bhavtosh joining us on the broadcast now. Bhavtosh, this is the second case in which Sajjan Kumar has been convicted. Political reactions aside, we're now given to understand that the pronouncement of sentencing will be taking place on the 18th.
Yes, Swati, in fact, on 18th of February, the court will pronounce the quantum of sentence. He has been convicted under sections of murder, rioting and also unlawful assembly. This case pertains to killing of a father-son duo. This happened on 1st of November 1984. Now, the police had filed an untraced report, but once the SIT took over the investigation, they filed a charge sheet in November 2021, and they found there is credible evidence to, they found a credible credible evidence that Sajjan Kumar was leading the mob. The victim in this case, in fact, identified Sajjan Kumar's photograph from a magazine, and then subsequently a charge sheet was filed. Now, Sajjan Kumar has been convicted of life imprisonment till death by the Delhi High Court, which was upheld by the Supreme Court. Now, Sajjan Kumar's second conviction has happened as far as this case is concerned, and that's the reason why many are saying that this case falls in the category of rarest of rare and that she should be given death sentence. Now, apart from Sajjan Kumar, another Congress leader's trial is going on in the same Rouse Avenue court, that is Jagdish Titler. Jagdish Titler has been charge sheeted by the CBI in a case pertaining to North Delhi, in which he has been said that he had in fact involved in instigating a rioting mob, and which led to death of Sikhs. So you have two Congress leaders who have been convicted and charge sheeted by CBI and also by the SIT. Absolutely.
Now, let's also focus a little bit on the first case in which life term was given to Sajjan Kumar. The allegations, as far as the political allegations are concerned, Bhavtosh, that it was all done on the directions that came in from the top.
Yes, that's what the investigation now, albeit nearly four decades later, has found that it was Congress that in fact had pressurized the Delhi police to file an untraced report or closure report. Remember, Sajjan Kumar is one of the main accused as far as leading the rioting mob is concerned. In fact, in various cases that were later investigated by the SIT, it was found that because of the pressure that was being put by the Congress, the untraced reports were filed. The investigation that was carried out in this case, it was clearly found that Sajjan Kumar was the one that was leading a mob which consisted of thousands strong, and that's the reason why Sajjan Kumar was being saved. Sajjan Kumar was convicted in a separate case in 2018. The investigation that was carried out in this particular case, the victim had said that she was trying to escape with her family in Saraswati Vihar, which falls in northwest Delhi, but the mob in fact dragged the family members, particularly her husband and her son. They dragged them out and then set them afire, which led to death of her husband and her son. And she in fact wanted to file an FIR in this case. The FIR was filed, but because of shoddy investigation that was carried out, an untraced report was filed. It was only in November 2015 when the BJP formed an SIT that these investigations were carried out, and subsequently a charge sheet was filed by the SIT, and then the trial started only in 2021. So it took nearly 37 years to file a charge sheet in this case, and then the trial started in 2021, leading to conviction of Sajjan Kumar as far as this case is concerned.
All right, Bhavtosh, thank you very much for getting us the details. Moving on now and shifting our focus to Karnataka.